Stay going live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Donnie, we're live. You can give it a minute, wait for some people to come in if you like.
Here, Carly.
You there?
Can you see me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, cool. I am trying to find, there I am. Okay. Got me down. All right. Don't we love computers? Just way too much fun. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our virtual Anita Goodesign, the virtual showcase. I'm here with Brian. Brian, good morning.
Good morning, Don. Good to see you.
Actually, good afternoon for you, right?
That's right.
You're back on the East Coast. For everybody that's here in Tucson, Arizona, good morning. And anywhere else that you might be tuning in from, we're so happy to have you here. We're so happy to have you as part of another virtual event. Not that we're tired of doing virtual events, but we can't wait to see all of you in person. And I think we're headed in the right direction that's going to actually happen before we know it. Carly's in the office with me. Carly, come over here and wave at everybody. So we're happy to have her here as well. We're very, very excited about offering Anita Goodesign. We do this show every February. Brian's been out to it. Many of you have obviously been in person with us. We're going to offer a lot of the same specials, have a lot of fun, show you a lot of new things. And the fact that you're all not here sitting in front of a machine gives us the ability to package some machines for you more than what we would usually have in an event. So we have some great specials to offer on the machines that include the all access package from Anita Goodesign. So I know that I'm not in control here, which is very difficult for me. But you guys have my PowerPoint that has the different machines, so we might as well delve right into it so I can show you this, because I know that they have a lot of other things to show you. But we're going to start with the Luminaire XP2, which is their newest model. That when it came out, they had a special bundle with it. We were fortunate enough to get them to extend this bundle opportunity. So we have a great package with it, which includes the luggage, 2,500 designs from Brother, PE Design 11 software, thread, Angela Wolf's Academy, which is a great way to learn this machine. For those of you that don't know who Angela Wolf is, she's a Brother ambassador that knows the machine inside and out and can show you amazing things on this machine. And of course, it's an Anita Goodesign event, so we have the digital version of Anita Goodesign All Access Club that's included in this as well. So you can see that there's big numbers on there that says $272 per month. That's with 60-month no interest financing. You're going to save over $13,000. The event price is $14,999 with a qualified trade-in. Now, a lot of you have trade-ins that are worth more than what we're offering in the qualified trade-in. So please, if you are interested in this, you can contact any of our stores. But if you would like to speak to myself or Carly, you would reach us at the Speedway location. And the number here is, of course, 520-721-4000. I'm going to be part of this program for a few minutes. So if you're interested, call me here in about 45 minutes to an hour. I'll be happy to talk to you about it. One last thing, if you don't need the financing, I'd rather give it to you than the bank. So you can get a $750 Cathey's gift card if you don't finance. That's based on 5% of whatever the purchase price is. So, in moving on to the next package that we have Baby Lock Solaris 2. We put together a package on this. It's very similar to what the package is on the Luminaire. As most of you know, it's a similar machine, but Baby Lock offers things that are unique to themselves. So with this one, we have the trolley, a 2-year love of knowledge, which is very similar to having an educator in your house showing you the machine 24/7. That's through Baby Lock. It comes with the machine at no charge. We have embroidery design collections by Xandra Shaw, 60-day online showing classes. It's actually the Palette 11 software that comes with that, which is the same as PE Design 11, but it's Baby Lock's version of it. And of course, Anita Goodesign All Access Club. The machine is the same price at $14,999 with the qualified trade-in. You, of course, have the same $272 a month payment with 60-month no-interest financing, and the same ability to get a $750 Cathey's gift card if you don't finance. Okay, we can move to the next slide, which will show us the Bernina. Many of you know, and some of you may not know, that Cathey's is now a Bernina dealer. We carry the Bernina product at our new store in Sarita Green Valley and also at our Oracle location. Their $790 plus is what we've packaged in this, and we have a great price on it at $99.99, which is $180 a month with 60-month no-interest financing. And its package is going to include the suitcase, mega hoop, big book of embroidery, big book of feet, big book of quilting. That's a lot of big books, isn't it, Brian?
That is a lot.
And we're also going to have, of course, the 12-month all-access digital package with that. $180 a month with 60-month no-interest financing. You're saving over $5,000, and a $500 Cathey's gift card based on 5% of the purchase if you don't finance. That price does not require a trade-in. So your trade-in, if you have one, would come off of that. You just need to let me know what it would be. Okay. The next slide is going to show the FOF Creative Icon. FOF's Creative Icon is an amazing machine. We have an amazing price on it at $99, which is also $180 a month with 60-month no-interest financing. It's going to include in its package its roller bag and a month all-access membership to Anita Goodesign. We didn't put this down here, but many of you may know that there is a Creative Icon 2 coming out. And if you decide that you would like to buy this machine, when the Creative Icon 2 comes out, we will be happy to give you 100% of what you paid for this machine back against that. And also you can keep your all access. So kind of a double dip on that one. It's a great deal. But that would be just for this Creative Icon machine, which, as many of you already know, and some of you may not know, is an amazing machine. All right, the next package and the last package is Husqvarna Vikings Designer Epic 2. So again, an amazing machine that's going to include luggage, the Majestic hoop, which is the largest hoop on the market, and the 12-month all-access package. This one is $11,999 with a qualified trade-in. Again, your qualified trade-in may be worth more, so let us know. It comes to $217 a month with 60-month no-interest financing, and of course, a Cathey's gift card if you don't finance. All right. So if any of you are interested in machines, and I know a lot of you wait for this program every year to get the best price on the machines and to have some fun and excitement. Of course, our financing is always a big reason to be looking at this as well. So please take advantage of it. We're here to help. I'm here to help. Again, you can call the store. Give me about 45 minutes or so, but call the store, ask for me. I'm happy to help. But any of my people can help as well. So any of the locations are willing to be there for you and show you the machines and give you the best deal possible. All right. Well, Brian, are you ready to get this show on the road?
I'm absolutely ready, Donnie. Thank you for having me again, by the way. It's great to see you. It's not in person.
I know. Soon enough, right? We can't wait to have you out. And your soon-to-be beautiful wife. Oh, did I just let a secret out of the bag?
Who I actually brought before that I was engaged to her to Carly's wedding. So
yes, exactly. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support of Cathey's. All of us at Cathey's can't tell you enough how much it means to us, my family, all my staff, which is also my family, and all my customers. All of you are my family as well. So thank you so much. And Brian, the show is yours.
Thank you, Donnie. Appreciate it. And thanks for his awesome specials as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. And I'd like to preface it by saying that even though this is a live event, you will be able to go back and watch this. Or if you're tuning in later, you'll be able to watch the entire thing after the live event is done. But welcome. Again, my name is Brian. I'm with Anita Goodesign. I'm going on almost 7 years with the company now. And I remember doing Donnie's event here in January for the first time, I don't know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. But Don has always been welcoming. His family's like family to mine, and I love you guys, and I'm glad that we at least get to do this virtual event. So let's hop right into it, because what I want to go over today is show you several of the things that have come out in February. Then I'm going to show you some of the sneak peeks coming out, because you all get excited about things that we're about to release and coming down the pipeline. And then, of course, I'm going to go into what the specials are and what our clubs are and what we're currently offering as well, and the specials that lie with them. Now, the reason I like kind of going over what we currently released is, one, it's new. And for those of you who are up to date with us with everything, you get to kind of see exactly what you're getting and me going a little bit more depth of it and kind of see some of our samples that are stitched out. And it also gives me a bit to talk a little bit about the technique that's involved in doing it, which I think is very important, because a lot of you may not realize that we have very few techniques. We have tens of thousands of designs, but very few techniques. So all you really need to do is just learn the basic techniques, and any of our software is compatible with those. So you can become a master very quickly with Anita Goodesign. So first up, what I want to show you, and again, these are February 2021 releases this month. Coming in here is the paper piecing mermaids. Now you're going to see these stitched on white felt. It's how we stitch out all of our test runs for them. But these paper piecing mermaids, when we refer to paper piecing, we're basically mimicking traditional hand or paper piecing in the hoop, and it's used as the applique portion of it. What we're doing is called folded fabric. That is our terminology and our technique that actually mimics that traditional technique. Once you kind of pick it up and learn it, it's very simple. It not only applies to collections like this, but also to zipper bags, tons of different quilting techniques, etc. So on here, we use a lot of different fun color shiny fabrics and everything else. It's also done with embroidery to create these beautiful designs. But again, just that folded fabric technique for each of these pieces going down, creating that paper pieced look. I think these would go great if you're doing wall decor for someone's room. Putting them on denim jackets, of course, is always great to stitch on when you have a higher stitch density. As I'm going through these, I'd like to welcome everybody who's just now tuning in as well. Kind of going over February releases. We do have moderators in the chat, so feel free to communicate. They will respond to you as well. But a lot of fun, whimsical designs using that paper piecing technique, as you see there. Now, next up, we've been getting requests for this collection for as long as I've been working for the company, if not longer, and that is women in uniform. A lot of you have seen this come through if you've been on our website, because it was this month's release. But this goes over with a hidden applique and then a very loosened stitch density on top of it. We love using what we call hidden applique in our designs, because in order to get 100% coverage, I either have to have 100% density on the thread, which causes it to become bulletproof, or I can use a coordinating fabric as the base, like the shirt here, and then I can really loosen the stitch density that goes on top, as you can see there. But we have a variety of different kind of career paths in here, a lot of military, frontline healthcare workers, to just regular businesswomen. And this is probably the first of several that we'll do. I can't make any promises, but I also know that our artists always draw way more artwork than we use in these collections. Beautiful scenery in the background as well, done with stitching. I think especially right now, some of these would work absolutely wonderful to be stitched out and sent as decor to offices of frontline healthcare workers, military personnel, etc. Right now, even our pilots that you see there. I'm just kind of going through the variety of different designs that we have. Of course, all the instructions are laid out right there in the tutorial book. If you have our All Access program, digital or physical, then you have all the instructions right in there, as well as all the different, I'm trying to get the lighting right here for you, all the different designs that I'm showing. Now, through here, this is one of my favorites. Yeah, Shanat. When I grew up, I was always into basically science and history and stuff. And so space exploration, astronomy, chemistry, or whatever she's cooking up as well. But a lot of different variety of things. I was really excited when this came out because I know how much everyone's been asking this throughout the years. And again, you can, this is a February release, but it's also just a standard full collection on our website as well. I'm going to give you a coupon code here in a bit so that if you want to purchase this individually, you can get that at a discount. Now, next up here, pull through these here a second. We have here, this is our large release for February. This is Spring 123. Now, this is a quilting collection in and of itself, but when we have a 123 tagged onto any of our collections, that means it is a modular collection. So essentially, we give you a certain number of designs that are kind of pieced apart, such as the background of the quilt would be one design. You would have the borders of the quilt for another design. And then you would have the different individual embroidery designs that you can bring in as separate files, all three of those. So when I bring all three together, that's the background 1, the borders 2, and the actual embroidery or applique design as 3, making it a 1, 2, 3 project that you can customize from the base of your quilt all the way to the finished design. So we're always excited about these because you love customizing your quilt and making unique things. Now, as with any of the 1, 2, 3 collections, this one again is Spring. Make sure I'm saying it right. Spring 123, not springtime. Spring 123 was our large release. This one has not only the modular quilt blocks that you can create, but also free motion designs you can throw in there as well. This comes out absolutely beautiful using our standard quilting techniques that come in multiple sizes to fit any of your hoop ranges. There's a lot of different types of quilts in here. Quilt designs, etc. The best part is some of you actually may not want to do the full quilt, but our actual quilt blocks are used in a lot of different patterns that we use for projects, such as waist aprons, pot holders, trivets, the picnic bag that came out back in September, basket rather. There's so much more, table runners, all these different things. The foundation is an actual quilt block. So if you have a project that has the actual instructions on how to complete it, but you don't want to use the designs that are in it, you can always pull from any of our quilting collections or this 1, 2, 3. You can even further customize that entire picnic collection we released using that technique. A lot of different ones in there. This next one is a quilting technique that we released, which is Cozy Applique Quilt. We called it Cozy because of the fabric we decided to use on it. Lots of different flannel materials, belts, etc. That really give this not only a warm look with the matte look from it, but also just a really cozy feel to it as well, as you'll feel from the loft that is used on all of those. Now, you may not cuddle up with this blanket, but it does make a great throw or something to hang as a tapestry as well. Of course, using our standard applique techniques. To give this more of an heirloom feel, the appliques are done with a blanket stitch applique. So again, talking about technique, all of our appliques are done the same way, but the finishing stitch and how you trim is the only difference in between a standard applique with a satin stitch, a blanket stitch, which let me see if I can find a good area. You can see how it's finished off with that series of E stitches on there around the hearts and everything. Which gives it more of an heirloom feel. This, the colors we chose, the fabrics we chose, and the type of finish stitch on the applique was all purposeful from start to finish in our creative department. They wanted this to have more of an heirloom, cozy feel to it, and that's what we chose to do that. You can use other ones if you want. If you are using this Piley fabric, Minkies, etc., I always recommend using a water-soluble topping on top of it as you're going along doing your stitching. That will actually prevent it from completely sinking into the pile and loft that's on top of each one of these. And then you can just pull it away. You don't actually have to wash it. I always just kind of pull it out and it's perfect. There's minimal work to do afterwards. But I loved all these different designs on here as well. As you can see, the borders, the corner blocks, etc., all in there for you. And just to show you, after I showed you the big quilt, some of these larger ones here, or some of the actual individual quilts. So this is actually a standard quilt block. I've shown you some finished quilts here between Spring 1, 2, 3 and the code applique quilts. But create a quilt block, this will come with your hoop. The rest gets sewn together, and we have instructions and full videos for free on our website that I implore you to check out. But again, you're just basically putting in your stabilizer. That's all you hoop with our quilting technique. And they can go over all of that on the website for you. I just want to emphasize how simple it is, and the fact that it uses placement stitches means you don't have to hoop your base fabric. It minimizes on a lot of waste and guesswork. And sometimes you may not be the straightest cutter, so this really helps out with that as well. And just individual actual sashing pieces as well for that. Set this out of my way before I make too much of a mess here. So next up we have these kitchen bag dispensers. I have a bag dispenser at my house that basically hangs inside underneath my sink, inside that door, and it gets full really quick. Well, my fiance went to college for ecological conservation, and she's very big on not wasting things. Unfortunately, when that little bin underneath the sink gets full of bags, well, they tend to go in the trash. But making these actual kitchen bag dispensers means you can actually fill them, set them to the side. And I don't have a made one here, but I have a book. I can show you what it looks like. You can set to the side and then use them as needed, or even donate them to people. Say, hey, here's a bunch of bags you can use, as opposed to just throwing them in the garbage. And it's also got a lot of different sayings on it. Well, I'm looking for the finished bag here, like meals and memories made here daily. Because typically, you're keeping these in the kitchen because that's where you unload your groceries. So let's see here. Kitchen bag dispensers, got it right here for you. Here's an example on this page of the actual finished product there, kind of hanging. So the actual project itself will have you, once again, stitch out quilt blocks. And then you can actually use them in the pattern given within the instructions to make your own unique bags. And if you just want to make a bunch of quick ones, you can just follow the pattern with just fabric, really, and some stabilizer and stuff to hold it together properly. Great project. I was really impressed with this one. I've been looking for something like this for quite some time, and I can't wait to see what you all do with it. Blessed are those who wash the dishes. Yes. Which I tried to do my part, but if you saw how I loaded a dishwasher, even though I worked in restaurants for 18 years, I'm horrendous at it. I have this next sample here. I want to show you. This is, if you're a fan of St. Patrick's Day and Christmas, then you're going to love putting this on basically whatever you want throughout the year. You can make different banners to hang. You can put it on shirts, etc. And they're basically wreaths. So you can actually use Anita's fonts, or you can use the fonts in your machine to put wording in here, whatever you want it to say, different designs, etc. But they're different wreaths made of shamrocks. Coming up here for St. Patty's Day, I think this is a lot of fun. Quick stitch out, it's just embroidery, following a few simple steps and changing the thread, which if you need that thread, remember Donnie's offering a lot of great specials and incentives with his machine trade-ins as well. Couple more here for you. But this just uses standard embroidery. If you're brand new, I would just recommend getting used to your machine and threading it and changing the thread and following simple instructions. Doing standard embroidery only techniques is a great way to start, and kind of, like I always say, fail faster. You don't know what you don't know until you know what you don't know, or something like that. So next up here, see. The final one I'm going to show you that for February, there's plenty of other releases, but I really want to touch on the Tooth Fairy pillows. So these little pillows, and this is a flat version. Let me show you a finished one that's stuffed here with a little pocket to put the tooth and money in. I don't know where you would put cryptocurrency in here, but maybe you can put a little piece of paper with the account number, something like that. Start them off good, investment, if you will. But these little pillows are basically made in a hoop, following the instructions. Leaves you the little tab hole here to stuff it. You just turn it right side in. Once it's stuffed, do a little whip stitch, and it's finished. I like these much better because I don't know how any young ones are in your life, but when I was a child, I went to bed with my head on the pillow, and I would wake up with my blankets and pillow kicked everywhere. So if the tooth was put under my pillow and my parents got there, or excuse me, the Tooth Fairy got there before I actually moved anything, chances are the money might not be where it was intended in the morning. This makes a great way to actually store it properly. You can actually put it beside the bed, etc. It's still in a pillow, so it follows the rules, and that's what's important. All right, so we're going to move on from February. You can find all of those great releases online individually. If you just signed up for one of our clubs recently and got February, I'm excited to have shown you that. And we'll tell you some other ways that you can potentially get our February issue here in just a bit, because we are going into March here soon. Now, these are going to be some sneak peeks that are coming down the pipeline. I don't know what the names are going to be in terms of what they're going to be finalized as, or the pricing or anything like that, but I just want to show you what they're working on and what's basically almost ready to be put into club issues or individual sales. So this first one, we've done lots of different butterflies over the years, dragonflies even. This one is called Magical Moths as of right now. Again, that name can change, but we're going with Magical Moths. So this one right here uses a raw edge style of applique. To complete it, it's finished on both sides. So basically you can see there around that running stitch that tacked the applique down, we cut it, leaving an 1/8 inch sticking out, creating the raw edge effect. We like to use felts or jersey knits, things that don't fray when we leave a raw edge. That way there's not a bunch of fiber sticking out. With something like this, it's freestanding when it's complete. We absolutely love using felt because it gives it more body, but we are doubling up the fabric on the backside, so it will still have some good body in there. Even like this, looks like they use Dupioni silk on this one as well. These Magical Moths, just a few simple appliques attaching what it looks like. And again, I haven't done this one, but based on knowing the techniques, looks like it was done in 2 hoopings because they're overlapping. And I don't know how to make that work in a single hooping yet. So beautiful designs. You can attach these to quilts, make brooches out of them, put them on your bags, whatever you like. They're freestanding, and they'll be ready for to use here soon. The next one I want to show you, I've gotten kind of big into gardening as of late because when we were all quarantined, I didn't have anything else to do, and my fiance loves to garden. So these were basically designed with that in mind. We're basically making these different plant labels, named to be determined, of course. And so they have the applique with the design on it that's freestanding. They have this ribbon attached to a little, basically teardrop-shaped name badge for this particular one because it's raining. So that's a rain droplet. I just put that together. I'm smart. So in your machine, you can actually, as you're stitching out this piece, you can basically use any fonts you want on it. They are going to be small. You might just want to go back later with a quilt pen or something and write on it, or get creative. Show me some other ways. Maybe put a piece of Velcro here, and then you can change out the label as you go. I love seeing what you guys do with it, so be sure to show us. You got the turtle here with this creative ribbon with the leaves. And you can see they used the actual font from the machine to write Sage in there. It's a lot of fun. Me, I usually wonder why basil is coming up in my Sage, but I'm not the best at things. This one, you can see they actually wrote it in with a quilt marker on this on this fabric with a quilt marker coming out of the little spout there. So you can attach a stick in the back to put it in the plant as well. So fun freestanding techniques. Attaching ribbon and labels to label your plants in a teacup, etc. So that one we're looking forward to coming out here. Next up, we have this, it's a type of journaling quilt, but you're gonna mainly recognize it from our blackboard style of quilting, where we do either a white or a black solid base fabric, and then we contrast it with a white or black thread on top, creating that blackboard or negative blackboard type of style. So these are, a lot of these are religion inspired rather. And this is a single quilt block, stippling going around everything. You can see what I mean by our typical blackboard style. You can do a black base fabric with white, etc. The reason we chose to do white on here is because I know in the tutorial they're planning on showing you that this type of journaling quilt, you can actually take a quilt markers, etc., and color it in. So they're going over all that in the tutorial, not necessarily, I don't know exactly how much instruction they're giving you, but we do like giving you inspiration. And we love showing you different things and how to get creative with different designs. And it's just one more thing you can do to enhance this design is do it on white with the black outlines and color it in later. It'll even come with the different sashing blocks, etc. So basically you can make a large quilt out of this. You can make a little runner, whatever you want to do. If you don't want to put it on a quilt block, you can actually just skip those steps and stitch this directly on a shirt, jacket, whatever you like. So that one will be coming down the pipeline as well. So these dimensional animals, and dimensional because it looks like they've done it with our reverse trapunto method. Let me get this right. Wet the whistle there. It's just water. So this reverse trapunto, we basically take the embroidery design and stitch it out, set it to the side as a freestanding. Next tubing, we'll put down a little bit of batting, etc., and then we'll tack it down, giving the actual embroidery its own little trapunto effect. On the back, we've attached pins, so you can actually use them as brooches. And it's a realistic stitch style of embroidery, which that added dimension from the trapunto effect really enhances it, I think. Tigers, a variety of different animals that I'm seeing here in the samples they provided me for this virtual event. Of course, you can always just take the animal itself and stitch it on whatever you like. By merging in a couple different designs, you'll have to play with it, of course, a little bit. But a lot of fun designs coming out there for our little animal brooches. Next up, so these are basically a series of running stitches creating animal tracks with different geometric swirling patterns in them, or ripple patterns, etc. Let's see which ones we're going over here. So these are actually really cute. I think some of these would make great table runners as well for different ones. I keep pausing because I'm about to name the type of animal that footprint is is made by. But then I know I'm going to slip up because I'm looking at too many and say the wrong one, and you're going to eat me alive in the comments. So they're footprints from animals. You determine which ones, or just look at the tutorial when it comes out. But a lot of different designs here. Again, you can put them on shirts, different walking patterns, etc. Table runners, whatever you like. But those make cute, fun, really quick designs to make as well. Those type of things make really quick and great gifts. I'd love to see what y'all do with them once that comes out. We've been using for this next design, this was one of my favorite ones to teach, this technique rather, back when it came out. I think around 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half or so. But it's our confetti quilting technique, kind of. It's basically using still multiple layers of organza to create the effects that you see here. So you can essentially take the darker layers of organza with a lighter tonal color of organza or the same. And the more you layer it up, the more it will shade in the darker spectrum. Otherwise, it's going to be much lighter. And then, of course, you just take one big piece of organza that's tonal and put it on top to tack the whole thing down. The embroidery does the rest, creating this really cool watercolor effect that you see on these floral designs that are coming through here. It really adds to the shading and makes it look like you did watercolor it in. It's really difficult to mimic on fabric. So we are really pleased when our creative department kind of nailed this back in the day, because those of you who came to the events when we taught this technique absolutely loved it. It was one of your favorite projects. We did that Christmas card back in the day. Some of you might remember, with the Christmas tree on it. But this one will be coming out soon as well. And I know from doing events for a very long time that a lot of you, and this can go both ways, you either absolutely love Sunbonnet Sue or you absolutely don't love Sunbonnet Sue. For those of you who love Sunbonnet Sue collections, this one is Sunbonnet Sue and Sam Days of the Week. So you're going to have all of their cute collections done with basically blanket stitch applique on there and the day of the week labels. Monday, I'll go over these for you and find all of them. Tuesday's out to lunch. There we go. Tuesday, all the way through the week, giving you these awesome different designs. You can even make like a banner calendar. I'd like to see what y'all do with them. Friday and Saturday. And Sunday. So another fun Sunbonnet Sue and Sam collection. We've released a lot throughout the years. I don't think we've done too many in a while, so this kind of hops back on that train. Now, when I first started back in early 2015, I started back in 14, but when I first started, I was working on this Premium Plus that we released, the Animal Adventure, which a lot of you know about. But basically, we created a series of different animal characters. We sent out massive emails to get our customers to actually vote and name them, which you did. But there weren't enough animals. So throughout the years, we've released different animals with all the same techniques from that original Premium Plus as tiny expansion packs. This one is another expansion pack. And I can't share with you the name. This is Cordelia the cow. So Cordelia the cow will be coming out to you soon as well. This is the full face stitch out there. All the different designs that you would find with the other animals from Animal Adventure using Cordelia the cow will also be a part of it. Small embroidery, typography, simple open running stitch, which again you could use for actually coloring in as well. Those always work great. Silhouettes, etc. And of course, we'll even have the exploding blocks and stuff like that going through it also. But Cordelia the cow will be coming out soon for those of you who are a fan. I've got two more I want to show you here. They're going to be coming soon. This one is a crazy stitch style of clutch bag. A lot of you love our bags that we do, but it's an envelope clutch style of technique that we do in terms of sewing it all together at the end. But it uses our crazy stitch quilting technique. So essentially, this one's using a folded fabric technique to create all these different layers that you see here. It then goes back over it once we're done using that folded fabric technique and does the crazy stitching down on it. We even have patterns stitched out for the backs of the bags. We use a bunch of different fabrics on this. This one was done on a Dupioni silk, or feels like a fake leather here on that one. And when you're using stuff that is not a woven material, such as fake leather, mylar, cardstock, vinyl, whatever it may be, you have to be careful the type of stitching that you're putting on it. This running stitch that's on the back works just fine because the needle holes are far enough apart. If I were to try to put a fill stitch on this that was pretty dense, or a satin stitch that was like normal density, it would perforate this material. So something always to look out for is that how close are your needles going on a non-woven material? If they're too close, it's gonna just cut it right out. So we always basically digitize for that. We even, for this particular one, used some of our chrysalis fabric in here, along with others, and we tacked on one of our embroidered butterflies as well. Other different examples of that, and just to show you the inside, it is fully lined as well. These will make beautiful bags for yourself, as gifts for others, whatever you would like to do with them. Because as we always like to say, not everyone is quilt worthy. So if you want to make something meaningful for someone, this is a much less time consuming project than a queen or king size quilt that somebody might not quite appreciate. So those will be coming down the pipeline. Now I saved this one for last because it was my personal favorite that I saw. I love realistic stitch. When I grew up, I always did still life art with basically charcoal, pencils, pens, and oil painting. So I've always had a still life type of eyeball. I like to draw exactly what I see or paint what I see. And doing it with thread is incredibly gratifying because it's incredibly difficult to do. This will also be using our, before I show you it, our hidden applique technique that I mentioned earlier. And essentially, these are going to be sailboats. Absolutely beautiful here in full color, as you can see, with the horizon points and everything in the background. Beautiful landscapes, beautiful boats. I'll hold it back for you. Trying to show you in detail, but I thought these designs came out absolutely amazing. I know that Tucson's a huge port city, so you're all basically calling Donnie right now to find out when this comes out, which I'm totally joking. Don't bash me for that. But a lot of you may have people in your family, or you may yourself love actual sailboats or sailing, or you may have been in the military where you really kind of got into this. I thought the scenes came out beautiful. The way they layered the actual threads, that's referred to as realistic stitch, because one color of thread applied with another on top, and more is just kind of like painting, where those multiple colors layered lend to a more realistic look. And of course, underneath is hidden applique, and as many places as we could fit it. But I'm excited to see what everyone does with this technique that comes out. Again, I don't have the exact name for that just yet, or the size of the collection, but I know you'll be looking for it, and that's kind of what I wanted to do, was to get you excited about the things that are coming down the pipeline here at Anita Goodesign. Now, there's several different ways you can get what I've mentioned, and I'd like to tell you about what we're currently doing with our club programs. Now, what is our club program? If you're one of Donnie Cathey's customers, you probably know what our club program is. But for anybody who's tuning in and hasn't ever been a part of Anita Goodesign before, or is not familiar with us, our club program is a way for you to get every single retail product that we make at an enormous discount, at least 80% off. So if you find yourself getting a few collections here and there every single month, you're probably spending more on getting individual collections than you would if you were to get every single thing we released every month by being a club member. Not only that, you will have all of the tutorials compiled in one either PDF book or printed book, depending on which version you want to go with, the physical or digital version. And it comes as a 12-month subscription. So when you sign up, you're basically a club member for those 12 months. And every single month, starting in March, which if you sign up now, you'll be starting in March, you'll basically receive each month, which just like February here, your all access book, either the physical version or the entire thing as a PDF if you get the digital option. Every single design that comes out that month is inside. So this was February. Remember I talked about it at the beginning. You can see all the standard releases we have here. Our large release, spring 1, 2, 3. We have our quilting and our projects as well. So every single thing we release as a retail product comes in this. If I were to go into the store, go on our website and just purchase some of these things individually, I'm going to be paying at the very least half of what it would cost to be a club member. So it's really a way for us to get you involved in the world of embroidery and for you to basically build your entire library. So when you want to do something, you have an entire library of software to pick through. And coming down the pipeline, we're really streamlining ways to make it even easier for you to find collections that you have, organize them, and how to find video tutorials on how to do all these things. So let's talk about what those options are. Well, we have only one club. That's our All Access Club. We have 3 different ways to sign up for it. The most popular version that people have always done throughout the years since we started it is our $1,400 12-month club option. So that's $1,400 for you, or from you rather. That breaks down to around $116 a month if you look at it that way. And basically that gets you every single issue, like February, but you'll be starting in March, going through until the end of your subscription. And with that $1,400 upfront cost, well, we typically release around $8,000 in product a year. And at $116 a month, if you're buying a couple collections each month, you're probably spending more than that. So it'd be better to have everything. And you may, down the line, not realize that you want to do something for just $1,400 for the entire year. The better part is that when you get that $1,400 club, and the reason it's most popular is because we also give you a $1,400 gift card right back that you can use on our website to purchase basically any retail product you see on there. So that $1,400 gift card is the exact value that you're paying us to be a 12-month club member at Anita Goodesign. That's why it's so popular, and you can even use that gift card if you sign up here during this event promotion with the coupon code I'm going to give you and get even more money value out of that. And I'll tell you that coupon code here in just a few. But again, that's our $1,400 option. And you get a $1,400 digital gift card to use on our website as well. It's been very popular throughout the years. The next one that we have is our 12-month subscription with no free gifts. So that $1,400 gift card doesn't exist in this club option. We typically find that people who are longtime customers of Donnie's have literally purchased every single thing that we have. So they have nothing to buy with that gift card. They've always been a club member, and they've always bought what they don't have, and they're fully caught up. This club option is for that person, basically. And so you'll get the full 12-month subscription. You'll get the physical book, just like in the $1,400 one. So both of those are physical books that come to you. And you'll be a club member for 12 months. It's just the $999 option is no free gifts. So I usually suggest that for people who, again, have everything that we've ever released. The final club option that we have, and the one that Showcase-Cathey is actually pairing with the machine specials he touched on in the beginning, is our new digital club option. So essentially, what does our digital club mean? Well, first and foremost, it means that this physical book, instead of receiving a physical book, you get the entire book, all the pages, everything that you would get physical before it's printed as a PDF. So that would be sent to you at the first of the month, and you can just open it up on your tablet, laptop, etc. You could print off whatever you wanted to if you like holding a paper in hand, but you always have that digital reference in hand. You can't spill coffee on it and ruin it. Even if you ruin your computer, you still have your digital version there for you. So it still has all the tutorials, everything that comes out every single month, but it's only $499 for the entire year. Now this one, if you sign up during the actual event special that's going on right now through March 4th by calling one of Donnie's local stores and sign up for the digital club, you will get a $50 Anita Goodesign gift card with that. So you will get the $50 Anita Goodesign gift card with that one. And basically, that allows you to go on the website and search and buy things digitally the same way you would with the big $1,400 one. So we're adding that to it. You're getting such a great deal on this digital option anyway, which we could give to you because of eliminating so much of our overhead and passing on the savings to our customer, that basically we typically don't do that type of promotion, but here at this event, you'll get that additional $50 gift card with our digital promotion. Now, finally, Donnie told me before we got online here to do this event that anybody who buys a club during this promotion through March 4th, starting today, February 18th, will get, and buys the club, will get an additional $50 Cathey's gift card that you can use in their store. Because what happens when you buy a collection from us? Probably need some thread, notions, etc. Donnie's got all that stocked for you, and he's going to give you an additional $50 gift card to use in any of the Cathey's locations. with the purchase of a club during this promotion. Now, finally, I want to touch on that coupon code. But before I do, just remember, when you want to sign up for this club promotion, just call any of their locations. Again, as Donnie mentioned, if you want to speak to him directly, he'll be at the Speedway store here. So you can call as soon as this video ends, thereafter. But Donnie will be at the Speedway store if you need to talk to him direct, to talk to him about all those great machine specials, because he is throwing in that digital club. But that's where you'll sign up for the clubs as well, by calling Speedway or any of his other locations. Now, the coupon code, since we can't be in person, we like doing some sort of discount promotion that you can use on our website to get any of our digital product. This coupon code is good from today. You can use it literally right now through March 4th. And that coupon code is, are we going with Cathey's 30 on that? Okay, yeah, we're going Cathey's 30 on that. I just wanted to double check. And that one is 30% off of all of our product on the website that is a retail product. So any retail products you can use that coupon code on. So once you load up your shopping cart, you just scroll down. There'll be a place that says coupon code. You can type Cathey's 30 in there just the way you see it on the screen and hit apply. It will take 30% off of your shopping cart. If you get our club gift card with the digital version, $50, or the big $1,400 club with the $1,400 in gift cards, you can use that in tandem with it and get 30% more out of that actual gift card. Again, that's Cathey's 30. You can use it on our website, and you can actually tell your friends about this code. Tell everybody about this code that you see. Tell them when it expires. Tell them how to use it. You can use it as many times as you want on our website, as you want, until the actual promotion expires. So that basically wraps it up for me. I really want to thank you all for tuning in today and or watching later, either one. And I really want to thank all the Catheys. I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you again soon. And I can't wait to see all these wonderful customers again in person, hopefully here in the not too distant future. Thanks for tuning in to Anita's Virtual Showcase. This is Brian, and we'll see you again later.